CJ, Tom Ward, Coin TV. Now that you've had a few minutes after this game, can you just give us a little bit of a look inside what the team feels after coming off a season where, you know, a lot of people, like Chief said in the locker room, a lot of people didn't expect you to even make the playoffs, and he's like, what are you guys talking about?
It was an interesting year, to say the least. Obviously, we went through a lot with Mr. Allen passing away before the season started. Our team masseuse, Annie, gets diagnosed with cancer before the season starts, and then Nurk goes down with a gruesome injury. Our video coordinator gets in a horrific car accident. And not to mention, like you said before, we weren't picked to make the playoffs, let alone get out the first round. So I think that, overall, I think we improved this year as a team. Obviously, there was some growth internally. Our organization did a good job of acquiring some key assets for us to continue to evolve and get better with some of the injuries we had. Season didn't end the way we wanted it to, getting swept, having 17-plus point leads in the third quarter in, 3 consecutive games, basically. Have to do a better job of finishing games, but overall, we lost to a team a lot of teams have been losing to, and we have to figure out ways to get over the hump.
In the back on the left.
Colin Ward Henninger, CBSSports.com. CJ, you've lost to these guys in the playoffs a few times over the past few years. Does anything stand out to you as different about this particular Warriors team?
A lot of the same. Their role players are stars in their role. They don't take shots that they're not supposed to take. They do a great job of getting their best players open. They're constantly looking and screening for Steph and Clay. I think that they've, mastered how to manipulate the pick and roll. Once Steph gets it out with the trap, Draymond's done a great job, the last 7-8 years of figuring out when to drive and attack versus when to hit the corner or throw the lob. I think that was the difference in the game. Draymond made a lot of big plays. Their role players, Looney stepped up. Cook hit some big shots for them overall, but I think that the biggest thing is that their championship pedigree. Figuring out ways to, always be in games. Obviously, they shoot so many three-pointers and make a lot of three-pointers, so they're always in the game. But you can always, come back at times as well. But overall, they're a really good team. There's a reason why, they've won so many games.
Judah Newby, Sports Radio 1029 The Game. CJ, Dame was up here and talking about detail being a key factor in the Warriors' game plan in this series and in the playoffs in general. Would you resonate with that same attitude as well, that the level of detail has just risen to a different level in the postseason?
Yeah, they're a smart team. Defensively, rarely do you get, situations where you're on an island and able to kind of attack by yourself. They're always loading up boxes and elbows. Draymond did a great job of helping throughout the series. Before Iggy went down, he was another guy who was, active but also being in help. They force other guys to beat you, as you've seen tonight. Myers had a great game, but part of their game plan is to get you to get rid of the ball and put it in other guys' hands and allow them to make decisions. And I think throughout the series we got better progressively at it, but ultimately that's what makes them a great team. They leave certain players open and hope they can beat you.